What's up, guys? It's Rain City MMA. Your boy Bryson here with
Joey.
And today we're breaking down UFC Fight Night, Bautista versus Oliveira. But we're going to start doing some things differently, and Joey's going to let you know here in a sec.
All right, guys. I know with Rain City MMA, you guys are used to us breaking down the full fight card from start to finish. We love doing that for you guys. It's just real time consuming for us. We're going to give you a couple prelim picks, 1 to 3, depending on how many we really feel confident in each card. And we'll break down the full main card for you guys so you won't be left, in the dust. We'll have about 8 to, 9 fights, maybe max. But instead of 14, it's just going to be a lot easier for us to manage and also a lot easier for us to hit for you guys. So that's what it is going to be going forward. So
one of the prelims we're going to break down for you guys that I feel absolutely confident in. Flyweight women's matchup, we got Wayne Kong versus Eduardo Mora. Wayne Kong's coming in at minus 300. Eduardo Mora is plus 240. Wayne Kong, I'm going with her. She's going to be our first leg on our parlay for you guys, minus 300. She has excellent kickboxing style. Obviously, if you're familiar with her at this point, she beat Shevchenko in kickboxing. That's what kind of her claim to fame. But she's taken the UFC by storm. I believe 4-1 now in the promotion. She beat Lipski and Bruna Brazil back-to-back decisions. Had that slip up against Gabriel Fernandez, but that happens. She lands 7.48 significant strikes per minute on 57% significant strike accuracy. She has 100% takedown defense, guys. The one time she got choked out, it was because she took the girl down and got reversed. Eduardo Mora, she uses her kicks well to stay long. She's also fought some decent competition in their division, but her cardio fades away late. For me, this is such an easy spot. I think Wayne Kong's going to do the more damage. I think Mora's takedowns are very sloppy, and I think she's just going to get it done. Minus 300 is a pretty generous price for Wayne Kong as well. Mora just fades late and is not there anymore. She has decent grappling, but I don't see her using it this fight and able to use it. Who do you got, Joey?
yeah, guys, I think this is going to be a fun prelim fight. On the Mora side, she does have good offensive grappling, but I think that's just going to get canceled out by Wayne Kong's grappling. She also has some real KO power in the hands. I know Bryson said she just won her last couple of fights by decision, but she has had KO wins in the past. On the Mora side, 9 out of 12 wins come by finish, but I think that's more of a mindset for, kill or be killed. I like Wayne Kong a lot in this spot, especially with, beating Shevchenko, one of my favorites, in a kickboxing match. I think she just runs through Mora. She could have her way on the ground or on the feet with her. So I got Wayne Kong money line and maybe Wayne Kong KO on a long shot.
And another thing, guys, Eduardo Mora has an abysmal 37% significant strike accuracy. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
All right, guys, the next prelim we feel real confident in, we're breaking down, is a welterweight fight between Daniil Donchenko and Alex Morono. Donchenko coming in at a minus 500 favorite and Morono at a plus 385 dog. Guys, Donchenko, he's been on the Ultimate Fighter. He has a very aggressive style with nonstop pressure, super dangerous in the first round. Morono, everybody knows him, coached a lot of fighters for a while, has pretty smooth footwork and good BJJ. Honestly, guys, though, he doesn't use his jiu-jitsu as much as he can. He's been getting caught in these striking matches with guys who are better strikers than him. And he leaves his chin in the air. Donchenko, what he did I forget his name. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. Rodrigo, yeah. What he did to him was pretty sad and crazy, but, in the first round, he's a beast. He lands 8.76 significant strikes per minute on a 57% significant strike accuracy. And I just think he gets the better of Morono. Morono is one of those guys who just thinks he can strike with people who hit harder than him, and Donchenko is that guy. He's going to strike, and he's going to, I think, put Morono's lights out. So I'm going to go Donchenko money line and maybe Donchenko KO. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm also going Donchenko. Feel absolutely confident in this. Trains out at Tiger Muay Thai. I believe that's the same gym as Fazeev. His Muay Thai is really good. And I'd argue he beat the two best welterweights on The Ultimate Fighter, Matt Dixon and Rodrigo. I mean, those guys were the real deal. Alex Morono's done, guys. He's 35, but in terms of fighting years, this guy might be 45. I mean, he's coaching now more than he's training. I think this is going to be his last fight in the UFC. They're setting Donchenko up here for a spot. And guys, we got fighters like Umar, who's minus 1,600 but can't finish Figgy, and I get Figgy's next level too. But Donchenko at minus 500 is a steal. Like, I'm telling you guys, I can't even believe those are the odds because I think he's going to just come out here round one, demolish him. Don't be shocked, guys, if Donchenko tries for a sub. I know it sounds crazy, but we just saw it with Killian Salkilled where everyone was chasing the KO, Atiba Gautier the week prior. A lot of these guys who are knockout artists want to kind of show a new thing in their game, and I wouldn't be shocked if Donchenko maybe got his back and subbed him after a ground and pound, like a club and sub. So I'm going Donchenko here, and I think it's a no-brainer. I can't even say anything for Moreno in terms of what he's going to do. I mean, I don't think he has anything in the tank or tricks in the bag to do anything. So Donchenko will be our second leg. So first leg, Wayne Kong at minus 300, and then Donchenko minus 500. And yeah, to be determined on the third. All right, guys, now we're breaking down the main card. The first fight of the night, we got a bantamweight matchup, really good matchup here. We got John Matsumoto versus Fareed Bashrat. Bashrat coming in at minus 250, Matsumoto's plus 200. I'm leaning towards Bashrat. I didn't know the odds prior to breaking down this fight, and I felt like he should have been the favorite. Now, do I think minus 250? That's a little too wide for me, but I also think he'll win a decision here. Matsumoto throws nasty kicks to the body. Bad takedown defense at 53%. He has been taken down in 3 of his last 4 fights. And Bashrat, he lands 3.60 takedowns per 15 minutes on 47% takedown accuracy. Great fight IQ, sticks to his game plan. Shows to have good offensive grappling. He also throws a lot of teep kicks to keep his range. Good cardio. I just think he'll edge out a decision here. I do think Matsumoto's tough. I've literally bet on him his entire career besides the Rob Font fight, even his last one, where some people thought he lost to Miles Johns. I thought Matsumoto won that. But I think Bashrat here is a next level in competition. And I think Bashrat being 14-0, training at American Top Team, I think he'll just edge it out here. And it's going to be a close fight, don't get me wrong. I mean, if people are playing Matsumoto at plus 200, I don't blame them. But I think Bashrat's just going to do too much to end up edging it out on the scorecards. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, it's going to be a fun fight. Matsumoto, he can mix up his wrestling when needed, but on the Bashrat side, he has a really solid takedown defense at 72%, so I don't see him getting Bashrat to the ground. He has a pretty good Muay Thai game, but like Bryson said, Bashrat throws those teep kicks and really keeps his range super well. I don't think Matsumoto is going to be in for that either. I just see Bashrat getting a dominant decision here, maybe the first 2 rounds or rounds 1 and 3, and just dominating him, honestly. Matsumoto is a tough guy. I don't think he's going to get him out of there, but if I had to pick in this fight, I got Bashrat moneyline and Bashrat by decision. All right, guys, next up, we got a middleweight matchup between Mikhail Olajaychuk and Marc-Andre Barriault. Barriault at a plus 240 dog, and Olajaychuk coming in at a minus 300 favorite. Guys, Olajaychuk, since training with the Fighting Nerds, he's been on a run, on a tear, honestly. Has 13 first-round finishes, and he lands at a crazy rate, 5.34 significant strikes per minute on a 51% significant strike accuracy, which is insane. Barriault, on the other hand, he's lost 4 out of his last 5 and leaves his chin in the air a lot. I think Mikhail, at this point, he can hang with anyone who on the feet, and if he has to get it to the ground, he's pretty great there as well. So I got to pick Olajaychuk in this spot. I just think he finishes him, maybe in the later round, probably 2 or 3. Don't know which one, but I'm just going to take the money line here and be safe. I got Olajaychuk money line, and maybe on a long shot, actually look at Olajaychuk sub. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm also going Olajaychuk here. 24 out of his 30 fights haven't gone the distance. I mean, he's a killer, be killed fighter. I think he just runs out here and maybe gets Barriault second round. I mean, Barry's really tough, even though he's been getting finished. It does tend to be the later round, like second or third. Barry times his counter punch as well. Decent takedown defense at 68%. But he never really comes in with a game plan. He's always just trying to cut off the cage and just swing big and try to land that perfect punch. Like Joey said, since Olajaychuk's been with the Fighting Nerds, I just think it's a new mentality with him. He is bad at grappling and bad takedown defense at 52%, but I see him keeping this fight on the feet, and I just think someone gets finished. I would totally bet won't go the distance with this one, guys. And I'd also go Olajaychuk by finish. I can see Joey saying sub, but I'd probably just go KO because Barry's going to be swinging big, and that counter's just going to come in for Olajaychuk. All right, guys, now we got the featured fight of the night. This is a short notice fight. Rizvan Kunayev was supposed to fight Ryan Spann, but now we got Jailton Almeida versus Rizvan Kunayev at heavyweight. Almeida's coming in at minus 150, Kunayev at plus 125. Guys, I'm going Kunayev here. Give me the dog money. He showed really good takedown defense. He has 90% takedown defense. I know we only have one fight from him in the Contender Series, but Curtis Blades is no joke for a UFC debut. I know MMA math doesn't work either. Blades beat Almeida. Kunayev loses to Blades, which some people argued that Blades lost that fight as well. Kunayev shows solid technical boxing. He lands 4.45 significant strikes per minute on 58% significant strike accuracy. He also can wrestle his own and shows that. Almeida, he has the best jiu-jitsu maybe at heavyweight besides Tom Aspinall. He lands 6.66 takedowns per 15 minutes on 62% takedown accuracy. But I don't know, guys. I could see them screwing Almeida again, like in the Volkov fight. I think they're done with Almeida, and I really think they're pushing Kunayev. I honestly think the UFC thought he beat Blades too, even though I thought Blades won. But Almeida lacks a stand-up game as well, just swings big and throws jab with no combos. So I'm going to go Kunayev at plus 125. I think that's a steal, and watch the line get closer as the week goes. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys. Jailton Almeida, he's been very hyped up, and like Bryson said, he does have like a bad loss against Volkov where people might have thought he won. He does have a good submission game, but on top, he does lack volume, so he'll kind of just hold you there. Kunayev, on the other hand, he holds his top control super well, and he also has a 90% takedown defense, like Bryson said, and he's fought some elite comp. So, Jailton Almeida, yeah, he can hold you there, but if Kunayev is on top, he's going to land the bigger shots. He is going to, come in with the elbows and look for submissions. Not saying Almeida won't, but, from the bottom, it's hard to look for submissions. You kind of have either an armbar or maybe a triangle, but you're kind of reaching at that point. I got Kunayev in this spot. I just think he wins on the ground, and I think in the stand-up, it's not even a comparable matchup. Kunayev has him there. So give me Kunayev money line and maybe Kunayev knockout or sub. If I had to lean one, I am going to pick sub just because Almeida is so comfortable being in on his back and stuff. But I got Kunayev money line and Kunayev sub in this fight. All right, guys. We got the co-main event of the evening. A flyweight matchup between Amir Albazi and Kyoji Horiguchi. Albazi coming in at a plus 255 dog and Horiguchi at a minus 325 favorite. Guys, Albazi, he's super low volume. He lands 2.72 significant strikes per minute, but he does have some pretty good power in his hands. Horiguchi, though, after coming back, he's been a beast, guys. Great defensive grappling with crazy fight IQ, and he has an excellent feint game, and his footwork is next level. I just think Horiguchi can outclass Albazi here. I know a lot of people are going to be high on Albazi as the dog, but I think Horiguchi just outclasses him in every aspect of MMA. He's very fast, too, and goes in super quick. He has crazy fast hands, and his low kicks are next level, guys. I'm going Horiguchi money line, and give me Horiguchi decision in this fight. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm also going Horiguchi at minus 325. He will be our last lock on the parlay. So we got Wayne Kong at minus 300. Donchenko at minus 500 and Horiguchi at minus 325. I know it's a little fat, guys, on the the favorites, but this is how we're going to start doing it. I mean, we just want to win at the end of the day, and we want to win money for you guys as well. Horiguchi lands 3.64 significant strikes per minute on 46% significant strike accuracy. He does have bad takedown defense at 54%, but if you look at his Ulanbekov fight and his fights on the Risen promotion, he's shown that it's improved. I mean, these stats are kind of, they're a little varied because, he used to fight in the UFC and then went to Risen, so it's improved tremendously. He's also training with Pantoja still, as you guys know. Pantoja says, I want to train him to fight me one day. I'd love that fight. Another thing I got to say with Albazi, he's fought Moreno since coming back after his heart surgery, guys. He literally had heart surgery. Yeah, he went on 25 minutes. And Albazi's a decent guy. Got power in his hands, shows some nice footwork. He also has bad takedown defense at 50%. Horiguchi can land a takedown as well. He's not going to be prone to the wrestling. Throws powerful low kicks, comes in and out super fast. He does keep his hands down, though, but I think that helps him come at odd angles and move with his footwork. I just think Horiguchi's going to be too much, and I think they're putting him in a real good spot here against Albazi. I think he'll edge it out on the scorecards 29-28 or maybe even 30-27. So we're going Horiguchi decision and Horiguchi moneyline. And, cash this in, guys, because this one's hitting this time. I promise you. All right, guys, we got the main event of the evening. This Saturday we got it. We got Vinicius Oliveira versus Mario Bautista. Bautista's coming in at -200. We got Oliveira plus 165. This is a close fight. I'd say it too. I'm leaning towards Bautista, either round 4, round 5, or a decision here. Bautista has excellent offensive, defensive grappling, lands 5.58 significant strikes per minute on 48% significant strike accuracy. Oliveira, forward pressure, going nonstop, always walking you down, has great pressure, attacks at a lot of weird angles, throws powerful low kicks, really good takedown defense at 80%. But I see Bautista, working him in the clinch, pushing him up against the cage, holding that. Not to mention, Bautista's faced guys like Damon Blackshear, Ricky Simone, Jose Aldo, Umar Nurmagomedov. I mean, Bautista's only 32 years old, guys. He's not at, his ending of a career. They're the same height at 5'9", 69-inch reach on Bautista, 70.5 on Oliveira. It's not that big of a difference. And you know what Oliveira does a lot when he starts his fights? He tries to find those low kicks with his range. I think Bautista's going to either take him down or push him up against the fence. Not to mention, guys, this is our first Apex fight night of the year. The smaller cage, I think people kind of forget that. That's a big factor in these bets. I think Bautista's going to edge out a decision or come out, maybe losing round 1 or 2, but winning the last 3. I just don't see Bautista losing this fight unless Oliveira finds a clean knee or a knockout. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, Oliveira, when he throws his strikes, like Bryson said in the start of the fight, he likes to throw low kicks, try to find his range, but he does have trouble finding his range a lot of the time. Bautista, he knows where he's at. He's fought crazy guys like Bryson's named, Jose Aldo, you can name it. He does lack his head movement at times a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be a factor with Oliveira. Every strike he throws, he wants to throw a big, whopping power punch and just land a crazy knockout. But, he can mix up his wrestling when needed. Bautista, though, he has pretty good takedown defense and as well as his striking defense. He throws 9 straight shots and half, and then he'll throw a nice leg kick, chop down the tree really good. 55 significant strike defense too. So if Oliveira is throwing those crazy looping shots or crazy kicks or whatever, trying to find range, Bautista, he's game. He's game for it. He's going to protect that. And he also has an excellent gas tank. Like Bryson said, a 1 through 3 or 1 through 2 might be Oliveira, but 3 through 5, Bautista's game, guys. The only person he's really lost to off his 9-fight win streak is Umar Nurmagomedov. And I mean, who hasn't lost to Umar, guys? Like, he's a beast. I got Bautista in this fight. I think he dominates. I got Bautista money line and Bautista decision. It's going to get a little bit scary just because of the fact that Oliveira does gas in the 4th and 5th round. But Bautista money line is a lock, and on a long shot, maybe Bautista decision. All right, guys, I know it's been a little different how we're breaking down fights, but we got a 3-leg locked in for you. I promise this one's hidden, and tail this, please. So on the prelims, we got Kong at -300, Donchenko at -500, and on the main card, we got Horiguchi coming in at -325. Guys, lock those in. We'll see you at the cash counter, and I promise we're smacking this week. Let's go.